Alright, hey guys, it's Lee. I know I just posted a video yesterday, but I kind of had an awesome day and I just wanted to share it. I recently got a job working in mental health, mental retardation in a group home, um, about 40, 40 minutes north of where I live, which sucks as far as driving, especially because gas is just so fucking expensive right now. But it's a job, and I haven't really had a good steady job in a while, and it's full time with benefits, and not the greatest benefits in the world, but I mean it's something, and I'm kind of proud of it and happy that I got it. But I've been there for a little over a week now, and I've been doing the initial new hire training, learning how to drive the huge mofo vans and how to deal with clients and just stuff I've had 55,000 times by now because I've been doing mental health, mental retardation work for about 7 years now, so in some form or another. Um, so, yeah. But anyway, I've been doing training, and there's been a lot of confusion as to what exactly I am as far as gender goes. Nobody, when I showed up to the group home for the first night, I didn't, not one pronoun was dropped my way. Everyone was saying everyone was using my name, and finally one guy kind of got brave about it and, said, oh, I wasn't sure if I was supposed to come in tonight, but then I got a call saying I had to come train the new guy. So that was him kind of testing the waters, I think. All the clients, though, read me as male. So nobody corrects them, and I sure as hell am not going to say anything of any sort. So, one way or the other. The staff have been reading me as male so far, a lot of them. The only people who I've heard female pronouns from are two of the girls in my training class. And, it's my girlfriend. Hi, Jamie. Um, so, that was today, actually. They dropped the she bomb on me. And the trainer, who's doing my class, at lunch, everybody left. So it was him and I for maybe about 5-10 minutes. And he said to me, which I thought this was really, really cool. He goes, are you uncomfortable with the pronoun usage? And I said, well, I wasn't exactly sure quite what to say at first because I live in Texas, and Texas is a right-to-work state. And I have known a couple guys who have gotten jobs, and then their employer, they've been pretty much transitioned. They were on TV for a while, and then they got a job. They were passing fairly well, but they hadn't had GRS yet. They hadn't had their top surgery yet, so they weren't able to change their gender marker, and their gender marker was still female. HR got a hold of it, and they were fired. Because right to work state, they don't have to give you a reason. They could just fire your ass. So I was kind of worried. I wasn't quite sure what to say because, like I said, I needed the job. Oh, hey pups. So I eventually said, well, it kind of doesn't matter to me one way or the other, because in a way it kind of I have what I prefer, but in a lot of ways I don't find that I don't feel that I'm entitled to expect he or anything like that yet, because my gender marker isn't changed and I still have my chest and all that. So although I told him, I would prefer this, but I understand that if that's not possible. And he said to me, do you want me to say something? And to be honest, I told him no. I'm like, just let it go. I can deal with it. It rolls off my back, which it kind of does now because I get heat more than I get sheet. So I said, no, it's okay. Just let it go. The change will be apparent fairly soon. within the next couple months, and I'm probably not going to see these girls again anyway until like next year, if I'm still there by that point. And I mean, you know, a year into things, I should, you know, pass more than what I'm passing now, and I'm passing fairly well now. So, but I thought that was really, really cool of him to say something. He also asked me how things were going as far as the house that I'm working at. And I said, you know, I'm read as male there. Everybody reads me as male. Nothing's been said about my gender. Nothing's been said as far as any inappropriateness or jokes or comments as far as I'm aware. Which, to be honest, if they're saying it behind my back, I really don't care. I don't care. Just leave the work environment alone and things will be fine. As far as I'm concerned. I could give two shits, really. But he said to me, also he said, if it starts to get uncomfortable, don't feel like you can't talk to your supervisor. He said, because, Pride, Tifa, cut it out. Because he said, you will be surprised at how much support you will actually get here. So, I don't know if there's somebody else in the company that's transgendered, or maybe they just had other people passing through. I know just by walking into the building, you can tell that there is a lot of queer, gay, and lesbian energy. You can just feel it. It just happens, it just seems to be one of those things about this particular field. Human services, it seems to draw the queers at some point in time, which is fine. I mean, it's a good field, and granted they don't pay a lot, but they don't seem to care in a lot of ways, probably because they're always looking for, people to work. But anyway, I just thought that was really, really cool, especially because I had that bullshit mediation, and just, it was that, oh my god, society just fucking sucks mode, and today it made me feel really, really good that even in such a conservative state as Texas, that there are people who are willing to empathize and, let you know that you're not alone through, as you're going, Pride, cut it out. Who will let you know that you are not alone in this whole stage of your life. So anyway, that's all I wanted to say, but I thought it was kind of important because it was just something that really struck me. Especially, and it even struck me more that I didn't say anything about it, and this guy read me so well. It was actually so in tune and concerned about what was going on and about my emotions, about how I would take things. Oh, I know what else. This part I thought was just phenomenal. So because of all this gender issue and everybody reading me as something different, when I go to the main office, I don't use the bathroom because HR is right there, and I'm like, okay, well, if HR knows me and sees my paperwork and reads me this way, but sees me going into this bathroom, what's gonna happen? So I just have been avoiding it. But today I just I couldn't wait. So, and I didn't have any time to run out somewhere. And at about the same time that this other conversation occurred, I got up the guts and I asked him. I said, I know going back to what we were talking about before, I really need to use the restroom. Are they single occupant is what I asked, because some places now, like Chipotle and a lot of Starbucks and gas stations especially, Pride! Have single occupant bathrooms, and I make sure to target those if I'm out. Because I haven't quite gotten... I'm comfortable enough in a pinch to use male restrooms, but if I can not, I don't. So I asked if they were single occupant, and he said, no, they're not, but he's like, but feel free to use whichever you feel most comfortable with. And he said it very sincerely, so I did, and I give total props to this guy. And I told him this, and very probably something more long-winded than what he wanted to hear. but I just felt really good that there are people out there who are willing to, support people who are transitioning, and not everybody looks at us and sees us as, crazy individuals for wanting to take this step in our lives. So, on that happy note, I'm going to go, and hope you all are well, and I'll talk to you soon.